Hi, and welcome back to Practice With Me. We're still working from the Standard of Excellence, Book 1, and today we're going to practice page 7. Okay, so in exercise 8, we now have a breath mark, and that's what looks like an apostrophe on the top here. So you'll see that we have a whole note, and then on top of the whole entire staff, we have what looks like an apostrophe. That is a breath mark. So you want to be sure to take a full breath of air, but you don't want to take too long doing it either because it's not a count. So you still have 4 beats on the note D, quick breath, and 4 notes on the D. So it should sound something like this. Just real quick, breathe in. Want to give it a try? We got this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How'd you do? That's a little harder than just a rest because the breath mark doesn't have a count. So you still have to do 4, 4, and remain on the beats. So it's a little more challenging. Like, where do you fit that in, And you got to take that breath very quickly, and you still got to take enough air in to hold that whole note out. Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How was that? At least a little better? Let's do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! This one might take a little bit of practice. It took me a while to get it, and sometimes I still struggle with it. This is where I'd watch the director if we had one. I mean, it's just you and me right now. But if you see this in band, this is just where I kind of watch the director, and they'll probably point it out during your rehearsals too, that you'll need to watch for the breath mark. Okay, on to exercise 9. It's the same thing, just different notes. We have the breath mark. So we first have D, breath mark C, then rest, C, breath mark, B flat. So now we have to keep in mind that we have to change the note too. But I believe you got this. You can do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How was that? Now, do you know the reasoning why we have breath marks sometimes? Well, aside from flute music being really wild, and trust me, it will get really wild, and you're going to be asking myself, when am I supposed to breathe? This goes on forever. So there's times of that when they want it, but sometimes the breath mark is an emotional spot. So there's this song I like, and it's called You Are My Miracle. And there's a real strong breath, and I know it's written in because it's an emotional thing, like, and theirs was written, well, they had a director, and the director directed it that way, but you could really feel the emotion just from the breath mark, like it was a very grateful song, so I'm grateful you're here, but anyway, it's either to help you breathe, or it's to get the emotion flowing. Okay, let's do exercise number 9 again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. How was that? At least a little better to flow? I can feel it better. Just this is warming up still even. So I feel a little better about it. Let's do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Keep practicing that. Breath marks are a little harder. Okay, so our next exercise, it's almost the same thing. We're going to go C, breath mark, D. Rest, D, breath mark, C. Rest, D, breath mark, B flat. You can do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How was that? Still thrown off by the breath marks? It's okay, it might take a while, but I know you'll get it. Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. And if you're struggling to keep the beat and thinking about the breath mark and counting, sometimes a metronome can help. And a metronome is a little device, I don't have one to show, but it's a little device and it keeps the beat. It usually goes beep, boop, 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 boop. And it just keeps the beat and tempo for you. And when it has the higher beat, that means that's the start of the new measure. And if you don't have one, like me at the moment, I usually just end up tapping my leg or my foot to it. So we'll have, from the count off, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I just keep to it. Just keep to it, no matter what. And that itself can take practice too. But I also use it a lot, even when I'm actually playing with the band. That just really helps me and my flow. And I know it helps a lot of other people too. So if you're struggling, maybe try tapping your foot to the beat when we're doing the count off. And maybe you can keep it consistent and then it'll help you. It's worth a try, right? Okay, let's do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, you're gonna get the hang of it. Okay, on to the next exercise. We have the new note values, which if you've watched our other pieces, flute pieces and theory pieces, you know that this is a half note, what we have coming up. And a half note is worth 2 beats, so we can have 2 of them in one measure when our time signature is 4/4. And if we look ahead, we have the first measure, which is D, D, and then D, and then we have a half rest, which is also worth 2 beats, because remember, we can only have 4 beats per one measure. So if it was a whole rest and a half note, that would be wrong. We can't have that. So anyway, we have D to the half rest, and then we have C, 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 half rest, B flat, but then it doesn't have a flat. But our note on our book says also played B flat. Now, why is that? That's because if it's written within the same measure, it's going to be the same. So if we have the B flat, it's going to remain B flat in the whole entire measure unless it's marked otherwise within the measure. Does that make sense? So B flat, it's going to remain B flat. Then it's the next measure, so they have to put the flat in to let you know that it's B flat for this whole measure. Then we have C, and then back to B flat. All right? Let's do this. And there are no breath marks in this one, so we just have to worry about counting to 2 this time. And the end is still 4. It's back to the whole note. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How was that? Did you do okay? Did you remember that the B flat still remained B flat? I'm going to guess so, since we haven't covered B natural in this book. But if you took flute, the last flute class, well, then you would know that we did do B flat. But that's okay. That's irrelevant right now. Okay, let's play it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How was that? Still doing okay? Excellent. Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. Let's do it one more time for good luck. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Okay. Now, moving on to exercise 12. Above it, it says, write in the counting and clap the rhythm before you play. So, let's do that, shall we? Let's count it over together. So, starting from the beginning, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breath mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then, clapping the rhythm, I need to set my flute down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes? Great. Sorry about the sun on my face. I couldn't close the blinds well enough. I tried. Okay, so let's play it, shall we? And remember, there's that breath mark right after that first whole note. I didn't see it until we were counting it, which I knew probably threw us off since we were counting. Sorry about that. Okay, let's play. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! How was that? Now, it feels a little faster than a lot of the stuff we've been playing, but that's just because we've had different half notes together. We had the 3 together, a little bit of a break, 2 together, then a whole note. So that was new to us and how much air we needed. But then they gave us a breath mark to, get us through the rest. So how was that? Did it feel kind of fast to you? Or did you feel fine? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Are you also remembering to tongue this whole thing? Because we don't have any slurs or ties written in here. So make sure it's ta, 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 ta. All right, let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Now remember, the little pin or the little achievement thing tells us to go back to page 49. So let's do that real quick. 39. Page 39. Here we are, and that was for, it's also extra practices. So let's do that, all right? So we're gonna play 12A. And this time we do have slurs and ties. So 12A, we have a slur. Do you remember the difference between the slur and the tie? I mean, you could look at the book, but just so we say it out loud and we remember it better, the slur is no tonguing between the notes, and that's when the notes change. The tie it's basically the same thing, except the note remains the same. All right, 12A. You think you got this? I know you got this. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Did you remember not to tongue this time? Let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Feeling more confident about the notes and changing of the fingerings and reading the rhythm? Excellent. Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. All right, 12B is pretty much the same thing, just different notes. We have slurs through it, and we're still working on D, C, and B flat. Let's give it a try, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How was that? And especially the transition between B flat and D. So doing okay? Let's keep practicing. Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. You also hear that we never take a break or a pause in the middle of a slurs. That's the way it's supposed to be. And sometimes that's why there's the breath mark in between, because it'll be slur, 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 take a breath, slur, slur, slur. It's never supposed to be broken. All right, let's do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. Keep up the great work. All right, so that brings us back to page 7. Oh, and then we were gonna check out our achievement, which is towards the back of the page. Oh no, I guess not. Just kidding. But I do think we still achieved something. It was something totally new. Okay, moving on. Next, we have a duet. Now, do you know what a duet is? A duet is for 2 flute parts. So that would be you and me. And it's broken up into 2 parts. So that would mean usually, maybe I would play flute 1 part, or in this case it would be top A, you would play B, and together we make harmonies. A lot of times, flute players, we play a lot of melody and we play together. But as a duet, we play different parts, so it sounds a little different. So, for right now, let's both play the top part, which is 13A. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, how did that feel? Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Let's play it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay, now let's do 13 part B. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! So you can see that some of the notes will be the same from our top part. So we had B flat and C were the same, but then they would split and do different notes. Okay, let's do 13B again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Let's do it one more time. We need to make sure we feel comfortable because when the other person's not playing the same part, it can be a little more confusing, and I don't want us to feel confused. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay, now you and I are going to play different parts. Now, when looking ahead so you know what to listen for and how to follow along, you'll see that in measure 1, we're both going to play B flat and C. For the next measure, we're going to play different notes. Our breath mark, we both have the same breath mark. And then we both have B flat and C, and then we have different notes. But we both have half notes and then half rests. And then we both have D to C. Then we have different notes, same breath mark, both have C to D, different notes, but still half notes and half rests. So if I'm resting, you should be resting. If you're resting, I should be resting. And our note values, or our rhythm is the same as well. So there shouldn't be, you shouldn't be holding out when I'm playing other stuff, and vice versa. All right, so You are going to play 13A. I am going to play 13B. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Did you get it? How cool is that when we had different notes, but it still sounded really great? Super fun. And were you resting when I was resting? Did all your notes align with mine? Did you remember to take the breath? This time, let's swap parts. So I'm going to play 13A. You now play 13B. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! How fun! I love duets and quartets and it's so fun. Flute choirs are the best. If you can get in one or you're in one, don't take it for granted. They're kind of hard to get in and find, so be grateful. All right, last exercise of the night. Exercise number 14. You can do this. We can do this. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, how did you do? There was a little bit of a mix-up in this middle part where it's half whole and then half rest, half and whole. It's a little different than what we have been doing, but it shouldn't have been enough to really throw you off. And if it did, not a big deal still. We're gonna go over it 2 more times. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Let's do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. Keep on practicing. All right, so I was for sure on this. Just taking a peek here. Hold on one moment. Oh, I see. I was like, these things, I was for sure they were in the back. That's what we talked about yesterday. Hold on, let me set my flute down for a minute. So looking back on our exercise 12. On page 7 here. So exercise 12, that was the one we did before the ties and slurs. We covered notes, rhythm, and tone. Exercise 14, which is the one we just did, also covered notes, rhythm, and tone. And that's what we covered yesterday too. So we should start feeling pretty good about our notes, rhythm, and tone. Alrighty. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you're practicing and I hope you're feeling good and confident. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments. If you're learning from a different book, also let me know. I'll get the book and we can practice that together too. Thanks and have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.